Hello and welcome to the 7th video in this countdown to WWE 13. Currently on your screen is now some PlayStation Network avatars that are available. They each cost 25p each in the UK. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's about 59 cents in America. I'm not sure about the other what it is in European euros. If you're ready, today's video is going to be about DX. I originally wanted to do a Triple H video, but then I kind of towards the end of his career was a fan of Shawn Michaels as well, so I really couldn't make up my mind which one to do. And I thought, well, they formed one of the best tag teams in the history of the WWE, so I thought, why not do a DX video? So that was the plan, really. I'll start by just talking about them individually. Triple H was somebody I didn't like when I first got into WWE again, towards the end of the Attitude Era. I think it was really because I was sort of in that thing where I actually thought wrestling was real, and I was a fan of The Rock, and a lot of his feuds were with The Rock, so I kind of didn't like him, I think mainly because of that. When I sort of got back into it in 2000, well, late 2005, late 2006, and I sort of knew it wasn't. I always liked, well, I don't say I always liked, you sort of hated his character because of the way he acted. I think it was when he was feuding with Ric Flair, if I remember correctly. So I mean, I always hated his character because, like, you know, as you go along with it. But I think sort of when he formed DX again, I actually kind of grew to like his character. I thought he was very funny, because I always thought DX was just X-Pac and Road Dogg. I didn't realise that there was Triple H. Well, I think I knew, actually no, I think it was on Smackdown 2, because that's the first game I played, Smackdown game I played, I think the first wrestling game actually. They were a tag team on there, just DX, it was just Road Dogg and X-Pac. I think in the video it showed Triple H, so I think I was always aware Triple H was in it actually, but I wasn't aware Shawn Michaels and Billy Gunn was in it. So when Shawn Michaels and Triple H formed DX, I was a bit confused at first, so I didn't really get it at first, but when they reformed, I think they were absolutely hilarious, what the stuff they were coming out with, and they were both brilliant in-ring performers as well as, you know, out-ring, so it was really hilarious to watch them. Shawn Michaels, at first I didn't actually know who he was, I'll be quite honest. I do feel kind of bad saying that, because he was an unlockable character in SmackDown 2, and I unlocked him, I didn't have a clue who he was. Because when I'd gone off it, I think because he was around when Hulk Hogan was around, so maybe I did notice him but just forgot who he was. I really couldn't remember who he was when I seen him, and it was when because I think he come back in about 2002 or 2003 if I remember correctly. If I'm right, I could be wrong. So I was aware of who he was then, and just through watching him and watching him with DX, I sort of grew to like him. I think, you know, he's called Mr. WrestleMania for the reasons that he is. He does put on a very good show. So I don't think it's just something that you can't really deny, I think. So yeah, I think he is one of the best. I think him and The Undertaker are probably the best wrestlers. But I mean, well, Shawn Michaels lost to him to The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26, was it? I think, yeah. And he had to retire, unfortunately. But I think it. I mean, if you look beyond the story, I think it was his time. I think he realised, and that's why he wanted to quit. So you know, it was a shame. I remember that Raw when he come back to say that he was going to, that he had to retire, and I remember it being quite a sad, you know, moment. But he knew his time was up, unfortunately. So just one of the unfortunate things, really. But yeah, they're both brilliant entertainers. I mean, Triple H is still active, but I do think, well, I don't know, because there was a speech he did after he lost to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I don't know if that was him saying that he was retiring or what, because I didn't actually watch it, but I seen it on YouTube and I was quite confused what's going on there. But I think he's active on the show as the COO, if I'm correct. To talk about Smackdown vs Raw 2009, because I didn't say I was actually playing this, I decided to go with Elimination Tag. because the damage threshold on this game is pretty poor, and I didn't think I'd have enough video. Well, I wanted quite not a very short match, let's put it that way. So that's one of the things I really didn't like about this game, because it is one of my favourite Smackdowns. This in 2006 was probably the best Smackdown vs Raws for me. But I think the damage threshold let the game down a little bit, so I've put it on hard as well, so make it a bit longer of a match. This game really, as you may have seen, focused, or if you may have remembered, really focused on tag teams, which I don't believe had ever been done in a wrestling game before, so it was a nice change really. I think one of the biggest problems, because it's still in the WWE games now, is the hot tag thing you may have just seen. I mean, there are ways to stop it happening. It's mainly online it's a bit of a problem for me. But it can be, I think offline it's a problem as well, because when your opponent does it, you can't press the buttons to block them. I could be wrong on that though. But I mean, if you're not someone that's very good, it's just so easy to pull off lifelines, and it's a bit of a problem. But I think other than that, it's a really good feature. But I just don't like the fact you get an instant finisher after it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I'm sure if offline they don't give you the buttons, there's something about it I can't remember that I didn't like. I wish I could remember now. But I think other than that, it was an absolutely brilliant game. I think there was a lot of stuff to unlock in it. There was a lot of new match types and new features, like they brought Creative Finisher back, and I think this is the first game to have the Inferno match, which was different at the time. I think they've revoked that now, and they've not revoked it and took it out. What I mean is, I meant to say revamped. Sorry, they've redone it up, I believe. I can't remember what they actually done it, but they have changed it for this year's game, WWE 13. So that's really good to see. And also, this tribute to the Troops Arena is one of my favourites in the game. I had to do that taunt this. Yeah, this is going to be one of the arena bases and create an arena, so that's really good, because this is one of my favourite arenas in the last couple of games, so it's nice to see that in. And that's the end for this video, so thank you very much for watching.
Are you ready? Here are your winners. Triple H. And the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Well, there's no question who won that one, JR. Not at all, King. The referee counted a pin, and that's all she wrote. I'm sure not everyone's going to be happy about it, but that's what rematches are for.
Degenerate into something